If we were to ask, what is meant by the term of Buddhism? How is it being put into practice? The answer are as mentioned sutras. Avoid each of the evil deeds. Leave no noble action undone. Tame your own mind and don't agitate others' mind with delusions. This is the teaching of the Buddha. Thus, this was approved by Buddha himself as an introduction on Buddhism. Avoid each of the evil deeds. It means that it can be applied to anyone who is a Dharma practitioner. No matter what, a Dharma aspirant should avoid each and every action and intention afflicted by hatred, cruelty, and so on. And killing beings, stealing, and forcefully robbing possessions of others are some of the major misdeeds that one should need to shun. Generally, the entire misdeed can be included under the 10-fold non-virtues, which are again categorized as misdeeds of the doors: killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, such as adultery and wrong-time copulating, are the 3 non-virtues related to our body. Lying, slagging to cause disharmony, speaking harsh words, and vain talks or gossiping are the 4 non-virtues related to our speech. Covetous desire towards the wealth of others, perverted views, disbelief in the law of cause and effect, and so forth are the 3 non-virtues related to our mind. Thus, true Dharma practitioners by all means should keep trying to do away with all these non-virtues, since committing these non-virtues would only bring more disaster in this life as well as in the lives after. If we kill, steal, engage in sexual misconduct, tell lies, and so forth, we would become nothing more than an outcast of society, which would definitely prevent our high dreams from achieving them. And no good thing is achieved through misdeeds, other than being called a butcher or robber or being labeled with countless names of disrespect by society. As for the case of a cheater, no one will trust him during his lifetime and in the next generations. He will be reborn in the lower hell, where he will suffer endlessly. Likewise, killing will shorten our lifespan and we will have to face untimely death a number of times in the generations ahead, and similarly, stealing will make us run out of wealth during this life, and we will be reborn amongst a hungry ghost, so on. Thus, as the non-virtues row only in endless suffering, it is worth it for the aspirants of eternal happiness to avoid even a minute ill deed. Leave no noble deeds undone. For any Dharma practitioner, to refrain from killing means to save the lives of beings and protect them from the fear of untimely death. Similarly, to abstain from stealing means being as generous as one can be, and to abstain from sexual misconduct means knowing the limitations of sexual intercourses. These are 3 of the 10 virtues related to our body. Avoiding lies means to speak the truth always. Abandoning slander means to speak words that are conducive to harmony. Abandoning abusive words means to speak pleasant words. And abstaining from gossiping means to speak meaningful words that can benefit one and all. These are the 4 of 10 virtues related to our speech. We should replace our covetous desire by contention, our harmful thoughts by loving compassion, and perverted views by faith in the law of cause and effects. These are the 3 of 10 virtues related to our mind. Hence, it is very important to make sure that our 3 doors are always endowed with the 3 virtues of body, the 4 virtues of speech, and the 3 virtues of mind. In brief, as taught by Lord Buddha, whatever actions are done, what is foremost is that we should be strongly motivated by wholesome thoughts. Doing against what one has been taught would only take us farther away from the path of Dharma practitioners. Tame your own mind. As mentioned above, out of the 10 non-virtues, 3 belong to the door of the body, 4 to the door of speech, and 3 to the door of the mind. Among these 10 non-virtues, in exceptional cases, except for 7, they are exempt from being committed. But all these actions should be motivated by the altruistic mind of benefiting others both in their present and their lives after. The reason why the 3 non-virtues related to the mind are not exempt is that the practice of Buddhism is mainly based on the mind. And it is the crucial point of Buddhism to master one's own deluded mind. Physically appearing as a Dharma practitioner, but mentally. If one harbors covetous desire, ill thoughts and perverted views are the ones recognized both by sutras and tantras as anti-dharma elements. Any misdeeds committed intentionally carry the heaviest sins. Nagarjuna also supports this. Actions generated from the three poisons desire, anger, and ignorancient are not virtues. Actions derived from non-attachment, patience, and an awakened mind are virtues. Thus, whatever actions of body and speech are mingled with the three poisons or unwholesome intentions, all the actions will turn negative. And if the actions of the body and speech are motivated by wholesome intention, all deeds will be positive. Hence, we must understand that the root of all virtues and non-virtues is none other than the mind. Generating the noble intention of helping other beings as many times as one can is indispensable for a Buddhist who strives to attain liberation, since virtue is totally dependent on the mind. It is the mind alone that maximizes or minimizes the quality of virtue. Therefore, our main practice is to gain mastery over controlling our minds. Minds, which abandons desire, hatred, ignorance, pride, jealousy, and so on, rather than giving too much importance to the practice of body and speech. If the mind is the foreigner, the doubt naturally arises: can we do as we wish with our body and speech? The answer is definitely no, because in order to defend our minds from getting afflicted, we need the right speech and the right action as means for protecting them. Guru Padmasambhava said, if the outer conduct is in accordance with the sutra section, there is the advantage of knowing the karma effects of adopting and abandoning. Thus, in all the cases of dharma, all of them are basically meant for taming our mind. As our mind is similar to an intoxicated elephant, if it is brought under the control of mindfulness, either in the midst of beautiful women or in the minds of uncivilized people, greed and hatred will never arise in one's mind. Shantideva said, if one remains mindful in all situations, even in the midst of uncivilized people or in the midst of beautiful women, the noble and diligent observer will never deteriorate his precepts. As such, the basic prospect of dharma is to tame one's own mind, and don't agitate others' minds with delusions. Hence, not just guarding oneself against delusions, but also avoiding others' minds from being deluded. It can be either a monk or a lay person. As long as one is on the path of the Dharma, one must not make other people become faithless or change their minds, disturbed by the sight of misbehaviors related to our body and speech. Instead, one should have faith and respect, etc., towards the Dharma generated in them sentient beings merely by the notice of one's verbal and physical character. This is the teaching of Lord Buddha. One should neither commit evil actions nor leave noble actions undone. Tame one's mind according to the Dharma, and let none get deluded by watching our behavior in body and speech. This is the gist of what has been taught by our teacher, the great Lord Buddha Sakyamuni.
For more videos, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell and this video share with your friends so you never miss out on our new content. Have any question want to share? Drop a comment down below. We love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.